don't know how we can see that any good. Oh, I can't see. That's no good. Anyway, that's our ramps smart controller, and this is our ramps board with nothing plugged in yet. I have to get the drivers on there and the jumpers. I was a bit low on jumpers. They should have come with it, but they didn't. That's not to worry. Now, we've got to have the board with its power supply here. Right, where is it? That's the big green one. That one. And that is going to run with this, and I'm going to bring it over here and just dump it down, with this power supply. Now, it's huge. Oh. We're coming, so it's Christmas. We're on our way. Yeah, so, oh shit. This thing weighs a ton. This is a 12 volt, 60 amp power supply. And I'm hoping that it can run the lot of this. I mean, there's going to be 5 motors and other things, but at the moment it's just got 2 wires out, and they're 12 volts. And what I want to do is have a buck converter, which I have here somewhere. It's not here, but it is here. I have a buck converter that will drop the power down to 5 volts to run the Raspberry Pi on. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got probably 8 minutes of video on this card left. But yeah, what we're up to is we've got the transformer that puts out 60 amps and 12 volts. We've got the buck converter that can handle 30 volts down to whatever you want to turn it down to. And you just use the potentiometer here to raise and lower the volts as you need. Now, I need 5 volts for the Raspberry Pi and the Mega Android Mega board, and the ramps and the display. So it's going to take a fair bit of power, but there is the potential of blowing everything up, which I'm pretty damn good at. I mean, seriously, I've blown many things up, and none as spectacular as when I blew up the power supply for a computer. I turned it on, and for some unknown reason, it exploded with great amounts of blue smoke. It was quite fantastic. Anyway, that power supply will now become extra wires that I take off it to use for my job here. I'd like to make a shout out to Mike. He's in New Zealand. We'll just see if we're still running. Yes, we're still running. I have to check the video because it runs out of memory. Mike in New Zealand. He's studying to be a genius. He's going to be some electrical dude, probably a lot smarter than what I am, but he's going out with my little girl Casey, and I hope I'll see them soon. Okay, and now I'm going to close this down again and I'm going to start doing the electrics for this, get it, all the wire organised, get my drivers on, my jumpers on. I don't know if you can see that. The jumpers need to be put in here. Watch as many tutorials as I can and find out where things are supposed to go, where things are supposed to have 2 sets of motors and 1 sets of motors and so on. So I've got, that's a 5-axis ramp board, so I should be able to get it organised with that. I'm starting now to do the configuration file for the ramps board to run this whole system. I think that's going to be a learning curve, but you don't need to see me waffle away about that, because I do waffle. Anyway folks, have a good day ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time.